Good afternoon. Welcome into Intuitive Niche and the new moon. Okay, this is your reading for the new moon, which is tomorrow on the 24th. We all know that it's time for rebuilding, transition, when it's time for new growth, new dreams, new crystals. Love my crystals. Okay. So today this reading is for my YouTube collective and my Chinese menu reading says a new beginning will be life-changing. That was what I got with my meal 2 days ago. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I am starting already because I had spread out cards yesterday for this reading. And so we're going to start with the cards I spread. And I did use the deck. It's an oracle deck. The Healing Waters. The Healing Waters oracle deck. That is the guidebook. The Healing Waters. This is absolutely one of my favorite oracle decks. Rebecca Campbell is one of my favorites as far as the creator of cards. She puts so much imagination and story behind her cards that it makes it more fun. The first card I pulled out was the Waterfall card. Inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. So with this new moon, we are going to be claiming our place in this world and our purpose. And the other card was Isle of Avalon. Right now I'd like to be there. Healing, returning to wholeness and transformation. Again, confirming our transformation. Raising, ascending, growing. Right? That's what we are doing here. We also have the Rainbow card. Sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. Do you get the feeling that we've been talking about this for a while? A new way forward. Look at this card. Isn't it amazing? Her imagination is matched to no other that I have seen. And the other card, Birth Mysteries. What are you being called to create? So with this new moon, moving forward, transitioning from that didn't reach our highest good into our forward motion to reach our new goals and let go of things that we need to let go of. We are now creating our own destiny, our own life, and walking in our purpose. Okay? Birth Mysteries. What are you being called to create? So what is your superpower? What is your superpower? Honestly, I wish mine right now involved a lot more sleep than what I've been getting. Because I'm not sleeping very good at all. But I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with the ascension and the Schumann. Into the unknown was my next card. Underworld Depth. Courage, facing your fears. So with any transition that we go through, obviously, we have to face some things we might not want to face as well. I think we talked about this in several other readings in the last couple of days, including my live on TikTok. Okay. My live reading was for the new moon, and then I did a follow-up afterwards with yes/no questions. It was kind of fun. Once I get live on here, I may be able to do something similar, but I'm thinking I'll have a different kind of following in YouTube, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. The maturity level. There's never a yes and no, okay? I can give you a yes/no by what the cards tell you, by any card deck. But you have free will and final say in your own lives. You can do what the hell you want. All I can do is guide you and give you information as to how to deal with certain things and how to handle yourself. So the Wellspring card came in next. What are you thirsty for? Body care? Take a breath. My body care today included a shower of almost 35 minutes just standing in the hot water because it just felt so good. Now, obviously we clean ourselves on a regular basis every day like we're supposed to, but some days I just linger. I needed that linger today. I just needed to wash away whatever negativity was flying in. And today, after I'm done with these cards that were already pulled, I'm going to do the singing bowl to clear the air and then pull some more tarot cards for this reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. I am getting up there in my subscriptions, so pretty soon I should be able to do live. Better. I'll be doing it on my phone in shorts. I won't be doing it on this computer. I am trying to look into getting my other computer hooked up or a new one. So we'll see how that goes. I am accepting donations to add a seed to my business if you are interested. I have my Venmo, my Cash App. I prefer the Venmo. It's safer in my book. Cash App I can still do. And I did connect my PayPal, which I still haven't figured out how to get into. So again, Venmo is the safest way right now. You can do the Cash App. I still know how to do that securely. If we are friends on Facebook, you could also send payment through Facebook. And I do have that other program, but it's not connected here right now. So if you would like to make a donation, let me know. I can, and in my description box under my name, sorry, my tongue is tied today. Under my description, you will find all 3 ways to access being able to make donations. And I so appreciate any donation that you make right now, since I am still unemployed and rent is coming due and trying to build my business as well. So any financial donation helps. But I will set it free on this. Nobody has to make any donations at any time to me. It is not a requirement. All of my videos are free and timeless. Okay? I am here to help the masses, as many as I can, through the platforms that I am given and using. And that's really all I want to do right now. Okay? So the Wellspring, what are you thirsty for? Body care, take a breath. Okay, and your next card for this new moon reading collective, keep the big vision. Stay in alignment as you grow. So for every new thing that you do and every growth step that you take, you need to align with that as well. So the name of this card is Atlantis. Right. Keep the big vision. What is your big vision? Metamorphosis is the next card out. Embrace transformation. Ding, ding. Okay. Things are now different. And I don't know about you, but I certainly do feel different today. I woke up in a very different place than I fell asleep in, and I could not sleep very well last night at all. When I finally did fall asleep, the dreams were so weird. I just got up and recorded what I remembered, but it was just so weird. Dreaming about somebody I haven't seen or talked to in years, and I'm just like hanging out in this room or outside area, and she's running away from a bear that's chasing her, and she just jumps into a closet and hides from the bear, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, whatever. Like, why am I dreaming about this person after all these years? And the bear's chasing her. Why? Why would I even care, right? I don't know. But that was my weird dream today. The Sacred Well is your next card. Replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. All right. So you are going to be able to do that. Giving from a place of plenty. Your heart, your mind, your soul. Maybe your finances, if you are in a place or get to that place that you are comfortable enough to do so. Absolutely. So deep sea diving, way of the mystic, learn through experience. So you are growing in depth. That's what that means. So you're transforming and you're growing and you are finally letting it happen. 10-10 on my timer. Confirmation. And the last card on the bottom of the deck that we did not see coming was a thank you. The thank you card. Gratitude. Appreciating what's sustaining you. And absolutely, say it with me now. I am so grateful for all that I have. Come on, say it. I am so grateful for all that I have. Thank you, universe. And I am even more grateful for what is about to come into my life. Be grateful always for everything you have every single day of your life. Current dreams. Cosmic ocean. Current dreams, future realities, and new beginnings. Okay? So that was the Healing Waters cards. And again, I'll show you them. The thank you card, which was the bottom of the deck. The Cosmic Ocean, which you just saw. The rainbow card. I know. I just love these colors and the way she's brought these to life. Birth mysteries, right? So bringing something new into your life or starting over. The waterfall, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. So knowing what your purpose is and claiming it, right? The wellspring, rest, recuperate. Metamorphoses, encouraging continual transformation, growing and ascending higher this new moon. And deep sea diving, so doing the work it takes to meet your shadow and grow and ascend yourself to the next level. The sacred well, replenishment, self-care. So absolutely, absolutely. Giving from the place of plenty. We all have lots of love to give, don't we? I believe we do. Okay. Atlantis was your other card. And into the unknown. So we're staying aligned. We're growing. We're facing our fears. Okay. Very important part of transition is facing your fears. And your current dreams in the cosmic ocean are your future realities. Okay. So this new moon in Leo, and today is the 23rd, so we are now in Leo season and have officially left Cancer season. So my readings will be fun this week when I do them. Leo season is here, Leo the Lion, and we will also be approaching the Lion's Gate portal on 8/8. That will be a separate reading as well. I was going to do a reading for August, but I just really think that my next reading that I'm going to do for the signs will incorporate the beginning of August. So I don't really need to do a reading for August because I want to do a Lion's Gate reading for 8/8. That is a portal that is opening up. Thins the veil to communicate. I'm just shuffling up before I put them away. So we're going to grab the next tarot deck we're going to use the Dreamer's Tarot since I seem to be dreaming an awful lot. Plunge. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. That was the last card for this deck. Take the plunge, the leap. Okay? So that is what we're focusing on. We are replenishing ourselves. We are growing. We are meeting our maker in the sense of going forward with our shadow side and joining our light side together. That's what we really need to do here, okay? And I might even grab my Rose Oracle deck. I have my Rose Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell as well, but we'll do that a little bit later. Let's get the singing bowl over here and clear the energies, invite the angels in, and start with our Dreamer's Tarot for the new moon. We are focusing on ourselves still and healing, so you need to understand that all aspects of healing include sound frequencies. So I want you to understand that when you're meditating at night. There are on YouTube so many videos with so many different frequencies that you could pick your own frequency as to what you feel needs healing for the night and just listen to it all night long. You'll be sleeping through half of it, so your subconscious will take it in and grow from it, okay? Take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and think of your angels, your source, and your people that you pray to, your guides in all sense, and ask them to come in for this reading as we move forward for the new moon. Our angels and ancestors are coming in and joining us for this reading so that we may get good advice for the new moon. And this is the deck I'm using, the Dreamer's Tarot. I don't know about you, but I've been having dreams I can't always remember. So when I wake up in the middle of the night, if I have to go to the bathroom or whatever, something wakes me up, I try to open up my notepad thing on my phone. And I also have a pad pen. I'm usually pretty sleepy, so the phone is the easiest thing for me to grab. And I send notes into my app there to help me remember bits and pieces or whatever I can remember. And it's important at some point down the road. You might come back to these notes and see that something was trying to tell you something. This is how you build your intuition. And intuition is something we all have. We're just not all tuned into it. Okay. Nice deck. Shuffle, shuffle. Let's see. What are our spirits coming through for us today? And then I will use the Book of Shadows Tarot as well today to the shadow side of ourselves along with the dream state. I don't know if you could see my little sweet pea. There she is, of course, just laying around doing nothing like usual, you know. Bottom of the deck is the Judgment card. Now this is something we do a lot to ourselves, right? I put on this outfit today, I'm like, oh my fucking god, I look like a lard ass. Whoa. Okay, so I felt a little puffy today, and I didn't like how it looked, but I was going for a meeting for an open house for a job possibility, and I wanted to look nice, you know, so I did all the major things, took my shower, and then went on about myself, and I got a long shot of myself in a mirror someplace, and I'm like, oh my god. But it really isn't that bad. It's just my own interpretation, but it's what you do to yourselves. You judge yourself all the time, and you should really stop doing that. Stop saying negative things about you. Stop encouraging the negativity in your own life. Part of this transition is teaching you how to be positive, how to share that positivity, how to encourage other people to be positive and bring it back into your life. No matter what is going on or wrong in our lives, we can't change that moment. Whatever happened, right? So now we need to move forward and start doing better things for ourselves. And I've been saying this for a while, and you all know this. We need to focus on ourselves first before we can take care of healing anybody else. And so I have been undergoing this major thing in my life because of, you know, my recent, anybody who's been watching me knows I took on a new job. It didn't work out. I took on another new job. It didn't work out. I won't go back to the old job. It's just 110 miles a day of driving I don't want to do. So I've been consistently looking and sending out my resumes and looking for jobs right here where I live, because that's what's important to me, being close to my family and just living until I want to retire and build my income back up and do me, you know. live. Let's live a little. You should never be working so hard in your life that you don't have a chance to even live. And I was doing that for a lot of years. And it made me sick. Literally made me sick. And that's why I couldn't make it through the 2 new jobs. We have the Mystic of Cups as your first card out. So we're already bringing love in. The Mystic of Cups. So the Mystic, not really positive. I haven't touched this deck in a while, but I do try to get different decks. So let me see what the Mystic is. Okay. Alright, so the Mystic is... Okay. Intuition, in the flow, caring, compassion, gentleness, and nurturing. Okay. So the Mystic of Cups is basically the Queen. Yes, because we have the Seeker, which is the Page, the Messenger. No, wait. You know what? I'm not caring. The Mystic of Cups is intuition, inflow, compassion, caring, gentleness, nurturing. Okay. So this is a person with her third eye out there. Yeah. So, a very intuitive person in your life, or maybe it's you. Alright. So the Mystic of Cups wants you to use your intuition and your heart. Okay. It is important to use your heart in this because that's what's going to direct you to where you need to be. Oh, I forgot a card. Isle of Avalon. Okay, well, returning to wholeness. Returning to wholeness. That card I forgot to put away. Alright. Collective for my new moon. What is our next focus going forward here? Archangels, angels of all kinds. Soul creatures, people who are here to help guide us in a positive direction for this new moon. Okay. We have the Magician. 2 cards. We have the Magician. So the number 1 card in the major arcana. And this is represented by a dragon, it looks like. Yeah, I haven't touched these cards in a while. The dragon. There's a dragon on the top there. But shaped like a snake, I guess. The Magician is here with the 7 of Wands. Okay? The 7 of Wands is you being ready to fight for your right to party. It's an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius card. 7 of Wands is also fire. Very fiery energy. Okay. I am going to look up the 7 of Wands in this deck. I'm curious sometimes the differences they come up with. Yeah. So the 7 of Wands is a challenge, pressure, hard work, but perseverance. So you're ready to fight for your right to party. Basically, I had that already in my head. So the Magician card, next to the Mystic of Cups, trying to bring in love, is the Magician is rushing or moving fast. Can be trickery, but most magicians in the upright are greatly skilled, confidence, power, multi-talented, and lots of willpower. Okay, so if it came in reverse, it would be something like lack of confidence, all right? Or not using your abilities in a good way. But with the Magician here next to the Mystic of Cups, we are bringing in, quickly as well, your next opportunity. Okay? And the 7 of Wands means you're ready. You believe in it enough that you want to fight for it, that you want to keep it around, that you may or may not love this situation, but however you feel about it, it's very powerful at this point. The Mystic of Cups is the eye, the messenger, the things they can see. I want to say the Queen of Cups. Okay, and then we have the Star card. The Star card is next. So we're not losing hope. That's a good thing. So I feel like we're on a better, we're standing better on our own 2 feet right now. That's how I feel with these 4 cards in front of me. The Mystic of Cups, the Magician, and the Seven of Wands for this, particularly for this new moon in Leo. With this Star card, I feel very confident and strong that we are moving in the right direction. And we have finally gotten to a point in our healing where we are ready to take the next step. So we're not giving up now. And I know we've had a rough 6, 7, 8 months going backwards. But every month it got a little better. It just seemed to go so slow, right? Next 2 cards, we do have the Devil card here, the Shadow card. And we've been talking about the shadow, right? This is why we brought out the Dream Tarot. We need to meet in the middle. All right? We can't let our tempers get the best of us. And we can't be letting people walk all over us either. Right? And too many of us kind of just say, okay, whatever, I'm moving on. And don't deal with the situation. And then somebody keeps treating you a certain way. And then somebody else starts treating you that way. And somebody, because you've allowed one person to do it. So now the next person is going to do it. The next person is going to... No. This is also about boundaries. You need to be setting those boundaries. You need to be in control and use your strength when it comes to you. And you need to set limits. Draw the line. It's time to move forward, not backward. Not relive a cycle from your family's history. And become the history yourself. You're way too strong for that. Draw the line. Give them time limits. That's how I feel here. Setting those boundaries. This is your life, not theirs. They're not going to be for you in the end. When you're dead, they're just going to come get whatever they can get. They don't give a fuck about you. They just want a free place to stay or a free ride on your coattails, or they want to take advantage of whatever you're letting them take advantage of, as long as you let them do it. And if you don't set limits and make boundaries with these people, they will continue to do so until you're broke, and then they'll move on to the next sucker, okay? I want you to understand you know better. You deserve better. And you are willing to fight for yourself now. And that's what I'm happy about with this reading. You didn't give up hope. You are moving forward. The Magician is helping you speed it up. And the good things are coming to you now, and you're showing your strength. You don't have to be an asshole or be mean or nasty. If you're a parent, set the bottom line. If you're a boss, this is what we're doing. This is how it's going to go. And you have until such and such a date to conform or find a new place to go, a new job. You have to set your boundaries. There's just so much poor behavior you can accept from other people. And then they don't even realize they're doing it anymore because they've been doing it for years. I know. I was in a situation that's very similar to that. And I had to set my boundaries. And I had to walk away. And I walked away right out of the town I was born and raised in and moved right the fuck out. And so now I know who does or doesn't give a shit by who does or doesn't reach out to me. And that's kind of what you need to figure out for yourself. Now, does that mean that I don't care and love people in my life? Absolutely. That doesn't stop just because we've gone different ways in our lives or chose a different road. It's fine. It's just a lesson that got learned and something that needed to happen. And here I am learning my next lesson in life, okay? So with this new moon, this is what we're doing. We're learning from our mistakes. We're meeting our shadow in the middle. We're making boundaries for people around us. And we're sticking to them. That's the bottom line. We're sticking to them. And if you don't stick to them, you will be just another number in the book, writing your check for your deathbed, okay? And we are reflecting a lot with the Hangman card. And it's okay. You need to look at things from a different perspective. Your past, your present, and what you want to change about that in your future. So you really need to take a hard look at what you've done over the couple of years or so, or even more, depending on how you've lived your life and what you've allowed in it. This is why you're transitioning, because you finally got to a point where you realized, wait a minute, I deserve better. So I'm getting the hell out of this popsicle town. And I'm going to stop weighing all my ducks in one fucking place. Yeah. Five of Pentacles is a loss. It's a grief. It's about where you're feeling, where you are with your finances or your security level. Stability is struggling. Okay. But that doesn't mean... The five is a change. So there's a change coming to your finances as well. And you haven't lost hope, because you have the Strength card and you have the Star card. And the shadow that's in the middle is teaching you how to set those boundaries now. And those boundaries also include you with yourself. So I'll use an example, simple. I'm on a diet. I'm trying to eat better. Now, eventually I'm going to move this diet up into a whole different level. I have to learn how to not eat so much and eat at different times of the day and drink a lot more water, which I forgot to get. So I'll probably pause this in a second and then we'll move on to another deck. But I want to try a different type of diet because I'm older and things go slower. And now I want to try to rock it and sock it and set it in motion and then go into that other diet where my body's ready for it. I don't want to put it in shock. I just want to make it change. Okay? So that my goals are reached and I'm not falling back into the, oh, fuck it, let's go get some ice cream tonight. I like ice cream, sorry. Can't you tell the round face? And I like ice cream. I don't think I look horribly fat. I have to lose some weight, though. Because as you get older, that weight puts pressure on your heart and your arteries. And I don't want to be a number like my family. I don't want to end up with cancer and heart disease and all that. I don't smoke and I don't drink. And if I do, it's very minimally, like a half a glass of wine. I might have a beer with dinner or something like that. I don't drink every weekend, party like I used to. I certainly couldn't handle it. My body would hurt way too much. I don't like pain. Going forward from the Five of Pentacles, Spirit, what do we want the collective to focus on? Well, not giving up hope, getting yourself grounded, meeting yourself in the middle, setting those boundaries. Phone call I didn't ask for. Okay. Ace of Wands. So here's a little more fire coming into your life. Yes, right? Ace of Wands. And this deck. Let's see what the Ace of Wands says in this deck. Energy, vitality, inspiration, new opportunities, and growth potential. So you see my new diet idea? I know I'm going in the right direction. So I have to slow down on the sugar, the carbs. I can still eat them. And this is what I'm doing. I'm regressing backwards. I'm changing what's okay. How much? Moderation, temperance. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm changing that. And then eventually I'm going to get into this liquid thing. Fasting diet, they call it. So I can reset my body. So that it will recreate all the healthy things it should. But I have to get myself to a point where I can actually just be okay with drinking water and bone broth and that kind of thing. But I can't do that right now because I would just be sick. It's kind of like going on a completely carbohydrate diet, like right now. So in 24 to 72 hours, I would be passed out because I've done it before. Going completely without any carbs And oh my God, I was so sick in 3 days. It's just not a good way to do it. You would have to go without, get yourself used to that. And I'm not saying take 2 months to go without. I'm saying a week or two. Slow down. Stop eating the garbage. Limit the sugars. Don't eat a lot of bread. I'm Italian. I like pasta and I like bread. So it's going to be a week or two before I get to that fasting part. You know what I mean? All right. So any other cards from this deck so we know what we're doing. So we know the opportunity is coming. It's bringing in some fire. It's bringing in what we need to do, motivation. All right? All right. So there's no more coming from this. The Oracle card is on the bottom of the deck, but you don't see coming. Now the Oracle card is, this looks like the Empress. No? The Empress is, no. You're going to know in a minute. The Oracle card, intuition, knowledge, psychic powers, keepers of secrets. So, yeah. Yeah, so, High Priestess, intuition, knowledge, psychic powers, keeper of secrets. That's who that is. The Oracle card is the High Priestess card. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to put this deck off to the side. I'm going to pause this video while I'm making it for a minute. I'm going to grab a bottle of water because I'm dying. And then we are going into the Shadow Tarot deck. I'm thinking I'm going to take the Book of Shadows, Volume 1. I'm going to do this deck. When I come back, you won't even notice I'm gone because I'm pausing. Alright, I'm back. Here I am with my water. I apologize for that, but I needed to get a drink before I kept going because I could feel my mouth sticking together. I was twisting my words up. Alright. So the shadows on the bottom of the deck is the Crone of Earth. The Crone of Earth. So I don't know if you've heard the Maiden, Mother, and the Crone. The Crone is the older, wiser. Alright. Let's see. Any kind of other advice from Spirit going forward for this new moon? I got a feeling that our next full moon is going to bring in, well, we have eclipses coming as well. And the mate to this new moon, Leo, the full moon in February 2026, is also in Leo. So, should be interesting. I'm not really big on the astrological stuff, but Tarot Ship, I believe is his name. The reader's name is Jimmy. He does such an amazing job with all the astrological aspects you could think of. So I will put his link in my description box today specifically so you can seek him out and watch his latest few readings, because I'm just amazed at all of the information that he has, and he can tell you all the details about all the moves, the trines, the Saturn, the Mercury retrograde, which we are in the middle of until August 10th, which makes everything feel like it's going backwards, which is why this is an opportunity for you to heal and move forward and set boundaries that you didn't have set before. Okay, so the Ten of Air, Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Air came out, which is the end of a cycle, a difficult cycle too. So like I was saying, we're coming into this time at the end of July now, and we're feeling it. I know we're feeling it, and it does not feel good. It's not. It really isn't. Earth, air. Let's find the air. I want to read this one per se. Air. The Ten of Air Having much control over a situation, the potential to easily achieve goals or desires, being dealt a less than desirable hand of cards, so the necessity to play them as best you can. Okay? That is your 10 of air in this deck, the shadows. And I need you to understand this is not like your typical tarot deck, so that's why I'm giving you the meanings from there. But I will also tell you my feeling. It's the 10 of Swords is the end of a cycle, period, end of story. But this was not the easiest cycle in anyone's life lately. So when you come to the end of that cycle and you feel it, now that you've ended the cycle, now you are ready to reach those goals, to set new goals and guide yourself forward. So we have the Elements card, Ace, and that is your Magician in this deck. Okay. The Ace. I'll have to book to the other one. The Magician. Skillful use of resources, focused will, insightful understanding of a situation. Okay, so the Magician card, which is what we also had in the other. All right. Let's see, we have the Wisdom, which is the High Priestess confirmation. So for all those things that you're not sure of what you should be setting, be mindful of the energy you bring into your own space. Use your intuition when setting your boundaries. And that will also tell you the things that need boundaries. Okay? The Maiden of Water. So the Maiden, the Mother of Crone, the Maiden of Water. So she is your Cups page, coming in with a message, bringing in a message with her little dolphin. And then we have the Nine of Earth. The Nine of Earth is your Pentacles. So by letting the cycle end, the Magician again, we have the Magician twice. So remember, this Magician and this is the Magician. So we have two different Magicians, two different decks, and we also have two High Priestesses. Okay? So the universe has spoken. So now the message is very simple. Your dream is coming true. Nine of Pentacles, Earth, grounding, setting your boundaries, checking yourself, and checking those boundaries. And of course, the Ten of Fire. These are the Ten of Wands, right? So we're putting down somebody else's burden. That basically is another confirmation of an ending. So there's two endings coming in your reading for the new moon, that you are letting things go. Okay? And that could be different for all of us. It could be very simple. You could have been leaving an old job, going to a new job. You could have just gotten through a divorce. Maybe you just met somebody who could possibly end up being the next love of your life. So many things that could be going on in your life and what's going on in mine, which is why I use myself. I went to an open house today, and I'm excited about the fact that I was able to reapply for a job I wanted, and now the only thing I have left to do for that job is the background check, and I know that's fine. So I'm looking at my Nine of Pentacles coming in. Are you? All right. And then Austera. Temperance. So now you've gotten yourself to the point where you are setting your boundaries, healing yourself, using your intuition and your own guidance, not losing hope, and redirecting your shadow self, which did come in here twice, shadow side, but you also ended the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. You've ended 2 cycles, and now it's time to go forward. So let's see where we're going, because again, we're following our intuition with the High Priestess from the message that you just received. The High Priestess. Okay. The Magician and the High Priestess twice in 2 decks. Okay. And now you have the Nine of Pentacles. So you're grounded, you've set your boundaries, you're moving forward. What is coming next? What does my collective here need to know going forward? And I will pull the romance cards for you right after this one, because this one is not talking to me anymore. Okay, that's too many. Too many. There we go. So, Letha. So we have a number 19, and I won't tell you what it is because you should be able to know what that is. If you don't know, this is the Sun, the happiest deck in every card that has the Sun on it is usually the happiest deck there. And I will read this particular Sun because I'm sure it has a little twist to it. Letha, a time of pleasant success, enjoyment of everyday life, happily reaping the first fruits of your endeavors. Just be careful of not burning the kindle at both ends. It's still a positive card, even in the reverse. Just don't celebrate so hard that you put yourself out of commission for a couple of weeks, you know? You're reaching your goals. You are moving forward in your new opportunity, that one and only sword that came in here for you. Or wand, ace of wands. The one and only opportunity the page has brought into you, which is the Maiden of Water. So it can be love or something that you love. So a new business or an idea that you've been working on or that you already have was like your second-hand thing, but now it's your main thing. That's kind of what I want to do, right? You have the 7, transformation. Yes. The 7. is the Chariot. Change, movement, transfer of conscious decisions. Not lack of control, because it is in the upright. And then we have the 17, symbolic, which, if you also don't know, I know you don't know, that's why I'm pulling it out and reading it to you, okay? Is the Star card, okay? So the symbolic card is the Star card, so now you've got the Star card twice. You've got High Priestess twice. You got the Magician twice. You've only got the 5 of Pentacles once, which is telling you to get out of your head. Stop worrying about things that aren't going to be a problem. You've got 2 10s here, ending your cycles. So 2 things you're putting to an end and walking away from. And using your wisdom with the High Priestess, the Magician, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Sun. And the Star now, twice. This is the turning point right here in our lives. We're going forward. We know who we are now. We know what we want. We know what our perspective is. And we are making it happen for ourselves. Whenever your money comes rolling in with your 9 of Earth, take care of you first, your family, you first. You. Y-O-U. You. Because you have taken care of everybody else every single time something good came your way and you ended up with nothing. And certainly nobody who paid it in return. And that shit happens. That's what happens. And like I said, your opportunity has arrived. Congratulations. You made it through the new moon by setting boundaries, grounding yourself completely, and leaving all of it up to the universe. Getting out of your ego, getting out of your own way with the temptation of the shadow card there, and knowing that you are going to be all right. You are worthy of abundance. Samayan, the 18 card. She's the moon. So, as I said, this is the new moon reading, so I certainly expect the moon to show up and illuminate anything else that you do not know. And as we make our way to August 10, 12, not sure, to the full moon in the beginning of August, and Mercury will be going direct on August 10th. This next 2 weeks is definitely vital in your life and in your role. If you haven't taken care of the things we were just talking about, you are doing it now. And you are about to walk into the happiest time of your life by doing it. Letting go of those things that are not for your highest good. Taking care of yourself and listening to those little red flags that keep popping up with your intuition. Okay? And never ever lose hope. And never stop being kind to others because you don't know what they're going through. So the bottom of the deck is the Maiden of the Earth. And there she is. She is bringing in your opportunity of a lifetime with your Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Earth. You are grounded fully. Sorry, my hand didn't work right. You put down the burdens. You ended a bad cycle. You got out of your own way. Met yourself halfway and allowed yourself to heal with that shallow card. Well, shallow card, yeah. With the shadow card. Okay? You went into hangman mode and looked inside your heart. And then the Magician, who's come in here twice for you, with the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, all that fire bringing into your life, your growth, your newness, your purpose, your goals. Your Ace of Pentacles, your opportunity. Just always remember to use moderation, to have patience, and use your intuition, because the Maiden is bringing in what you need and telling you what the opportunity is. When the new moon, and it is all black with the new moon, she's helping to illuminate what you can't see on Samayan with your star card, and the star card, and the High Priestess, the star card, the High Priestess, and your strength outshines all of it. You have brought yourself to this point with those 2 tens and completed that transformation. You've brought healing to yourself. You have brought healing to your family and all of those that you help as well. You've got Wisdom, High Priestess, and you have the Sun. You have your Nine of Pentacles, and the Magician hurrying it in for you. You need to know the final couple steps is coming and you can't wait. The Chariot came, the Magician came, and the only thing that didn't come out here was the Eight of Wands, which is the next fastest card in the deck besides the Knight of Wands. Okay? I want you to promise yourself something as a reward. I don't recommend food, especially me. I'm on a diet, so I recommend something that makes you feel good. So for me, maybe a mani-pedi. A massage. I would love to get a massage. A mini vacation, a day trip, something to help you come back to yourself. Okay? Because the 13, which just fell out, is the death card. And it's rebirth and transformation. So you have done it. You have reached your goal. With this new moon in the next couple of weeks on the way to the full moon, you are finally releasing everything that you know is not good for you. And in the 12 card, which just turned over, the circle is what that's called. The hangman, but she's not hanging. Creating a sacred, clean, and safe environment, setting boundaries, focusing exclusively on the spiritual level for time. Hello? Isn't that what we just did? Setting your boundaries, reaching your goals, taking care of you, and then your family. What we're going to do now is pull out the Rose Oracle. As I can't tell you the same thing 3 times now. I got 2 decks that told us the same thing for this new moon and what you need to focus on. And it's not necessarily going to be easy, but it's going to be easier than you thought it would be. And yeah, you're going to grieve a little. You're going to have a little heartbreak in the mix. But you're also going to have a whole lot of love to go with it. Okay? And that's what's important. Love. You can heal anything with love. Okay? So now we are going to take the Rose Oracle deck and play around a little bit with love. And then we're going to call this new moon reading done. Okay? And I know I feel like I've been beating a dead horse here, saying the same thing for the last 7 months. Because a lot of you didn't get it, right? You didn't get it. But now you're getting it. Okay, let's shuffle up the Rose Oracle again by Rebecca Campbell. Let's see if she's got any love guidance coming forward for us in this new moon. So my next big reading will be the Lionsgate reading for 8/8, August 8th. The opening of the portal, heading on backwards into the next season coming. If anybody is looking for love or business or partnership, it doesn't matter. These cards will tell you what you need to focus on. Wow. No, too many. We'll take the 1 card. No, I'm going to take these and put them back in here. Okay, so the 1 card I'm taking is After the Rain. Silver lining, relief, hope, mercy. It's over. Do you hear me? Let me say that again. It's over. Okay? All of this 7.5 months of crap in our life, it's over, and now we're moving forward and accepting ourselves just the way we are, and so will everyone else. They won't have a choice. They either do or they're not part of your life. That's their loss. Okay. Okay. Next card, plant yourself here. Integration. Transition. Embodiment. Grounded action. So the one thing you must do for love is be grounded. Allow yourself to open your heart and let it in. The grandmothers are also here. Remember your roots. Perspective, trust the weavings. Wow. So your ancestors are backing you up. supporting you and helping you to find that love that you need for this earthly lifetime anyways. The Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. Always be kind. You never know what somebody else is going through. A whole new way of being is what we got to do for ourselves. For ourselves. For you. Integrate your shadow. Get yourself grounded. And move forward. And yeah, we'll be surprised at the things you have to leave behind. Some things are just not meant to go forward with you. And that does hurt sometimes. Okay. Codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So as I keep saying, move forward, take the leap. Mother Rose is here as well. Returning to each other, compassion and humanity. What a great card. I love the yellow rose too. Okay. And the Rose of Venus. Alignment, flow, the right relationship, harmony. You are walking into the best time of your life. Coming in, and again, the fucking sun is here. Hello. I'm going to stop it right there. That's the end of this reading. Joy, enjoyment, life source, success, vitality, and play. Living your life to the fullest. With your heart full of love, your boundaries in place, and grounded to the root, all the way to the earth. The sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, self-care. This reading is hopefully my last reading that I have to keep telling you about self-care, self-healing, combining yourself with your shadow and your light, and being the person you really are going forward. That's what you need to do. Stop looking for love in all the wrong places, Love Oracle, and know that when you are in a place mentally and physically and emotionally, not so much physically, but emotionally, you have more confidence in yourself, then you will bring that confident company, companion to you. Meanwhile, focus on your own success and building up of other people. Get off those websites that drag you down and hurt you over and over again. And you know what websites I'm talking about for you. Okay? It is time to rest. Put the phones down. Put the computers off. Go out and lay in the damn ground and hug a tree. The new moon is what's best for so many people. And yes, there's going to be some grieving. There's going to be some losses. But you are going to be okay. You are going to move forward and find your life again. That's what this is all about. The new moon in Leo. And I will be back with your not live yet, but with your readings for the next week to 10 days on Thursday. I will start those with Oracle cards this week on YouTube, and TikTok will have the tarot cards. And then I will do my weekly video on YouTube and my weekly live on TikTok. So if you're not following me on TikTok, all you could do is download the app and get in there. You don't have to do anything about it. A lot of people just use it for surfing and buying things, like any other site. But there's a lot of things in TikTok. If you haven't ever downloaded it or been part of it, there's a lot of positive, good things in there. And there's a lot of bullshit in there, just like Facebook and all the other websites we get on. You have to use your own intuition to know what to take as good and not take as good, all right? We could waste a lot of time on these sites, but I am building a business, and I am trying to attract all of those who don't know they need help, and maybe I can be the one person who can help, or at least guide you in the right direction. All of my readings are free. You have free will and final say in everything you do, so you can change any of the outcomes or guidance that you've been given in any of my readings at any time. They are timeless readings. When you are attracted to them or you are led to them, that means that is your message. And it does not matter what your sign is. Okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. Hop on over to TikTok if you are not already. And look up my profile, Intuitive Niche, at Nisha. You will find me there. I do have my Venmo, my PayPal, and my Cash App attached if you would like to make a donation. It is not an obligation. You do not have to. All my readings are free and timeless. Have a great new moon tomorrow, and I will be back with your next set of readings in a couple days.